I want you guys to know that, well, the simple fact is that people make time for what's important to them. And for those who struggle to find even a few minutes or spare you a few seconds out of their day to just talk to you on something like the phone, well, that's simply because you're not that important as you think. And I know that's kind of humbling, but I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I'll just be honest. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize in a day it's 24 hours, 60 minutes make 1 hour. So if you did, hey Google, what's 60 times 24?
The answer is 1,440.
There's 1,440 minutes in a day. And you're telling me that person you're dealing with couldn't find at least 5 of those minutes to talk to you? And it's like, okay, I get it. We have a life, like we go to work, we have things to do, yada yada yo, whatever the case may be. 5 minutes? You see, I get if you couldn't go out of your way to go see someone, but you couldn't even get on a phone for 5 minutes? What are you working 24-hour shifts every day? No, the simple fact is it's an excuse because here, like, I'm not going to say everyone's the same, of course, but I met someone before who was in a race against time itself, and still they managed to allow me to be there during the race, and I give props where it's due, so I can give props right there. And it's like, that's what I mean by people show up for what's, like, who's important. People give time to who's important. And no, it wasn't the best time of my life. It wasn't the best person either. But at the end of the day, I realized that no matter what, this person, no matter how bad they could have been on some days, one thing that they always did was make time for me. Why? Because I was important, and I made time for them because they were important. I was working 40 hours almost. No, during that time, maybe 32. I was working full time, like 8-hour days. Listen, after my 8-hour shift, I was finished work at 11. Imagine at 3 to 11, and then you're going to stay with someone afterwards, and you're just like together all the way up until like 3, 4 a.m. The next day ends. We do it again. That's what it is. You see, I made time for what was important the same way that person made time for me. It didn't matter the difference, the fact that we live far away. When I was working, there would be times where I would be working night shift. We were on the phone. We would sit on the phone during our night shifts. Okay? There was times where I would just be working in the evening. I would get a call while I'm working. Oh, when do you finish? Can I come pick you up when you finish? Do you see that? This person worked from day in to day out. The minute the sun was up, they were up. The minute the sun went down, they were still around doing errands. Still. And you know what? All this that they were doing, you know what? They still made time for me. That's because your importance in someone's life is dedicated on the time that they give you. If that person fails to give you even the slightest conversation, the slightest bit of their day, babes, like, sometimes you just have to hang it up, honestly. Like, there's no excuse, even if people are in school. You can talk this, like, here's the thing, like, I get it, school, you have to study a lot. A 5-minute phone call never hurt nobody. Does 2 minutes out of your day really affect all of your studies? Be honest. Like, 2 minutes, 5 minutes just to check up on someone. Like, because in my head, I'm like, no, like, no. I get you have to study a lot, but like, 2 minutes, could 2 minutes out of your day throw off like everything that you are doing? Like, everything. No. I'm sorry. Respectfully, no. The things that I do in life, the people that I show up for, the ones I give my time for, which is not a lot of people because I just choose to be alone and give time to the person most deserving right now, which is myself. The ones that I still show up for, that's because you have a significance. And well, I try my best to just be there for people, but at the end of the day, I realize that I can't show up so much because sometimes you realize that the people you're giving your time to, it's just, sometimes it's for a reason, and sometimes it's not worth it. Like, you just go places, you realize they're places you're not meant to be, you hang it up, and that's what I did. I had to give some time away to realize that, you know, I could save this time of day if I just didn't go there. So I stopped, and now I'm giving more time to myself, and I love that for myself because I'm the one that's most deserving of it. Because people show me that every single time. But again, I guess we're all different, you know, and I guess the way people view others and the things they do is very different. Like, you see, I don't know what it is. Like, you see me, I write poetry, you know. Poetry is an important part of my life. I take the time to gain the knowledge, read the books, do the studying to understand my craft better. You know, it's not just about people, it's about the things you do in life. You give time to what's important. So you see me, I work, like I said, I work 8 hours every day. I make a video before work, after work. What's important to me? You guys, sitting here talking to you guys, relaying messages. This is important. This is my dream right here. So I'm gonna give time to it. Anything you want to do in life that you actually genuinely want to do or give into, you have to give it your time and your energy to like hone your craft. You know, do better and like actually take the time to practice it. That's why, again, for the people who can't even give you the slightest ounce of a breath, or honestly just hearing your voice a little bit in the day or in the night on a phone call, maybe you're not what they act like you are. Maybe you're not what they like, that ideal you have in your head of what you are, you know. And again, people are busy, but you're never too busy to just completely shut someone out and then still call that love. And you know, I don't know, maybe I just like talking about love more than anything in the world because it's intriguing, things that I haven't fully experienced yet but got a glimpse of. It's fascinating, human beings, the way we do things and then we try to mask it off with another reason. The same thing, like making time again. No, I have studies. I have to do this. I'm working a lot. You know, you're working a lot, then you go home, and then he gets on his game and plays with his friends. Are his friends more important than a girlfriend? Well, you tell me. You know, I'm so busy, I'm so tired, but they finish work around 10, and then they still manage to find themselves at the club with their friends. But again, not you. I feel like it's red flags, like maybe, and you know, maybe I have high standards, whatever the case may be, but I don't know. I feel like these are things that are red flags. Like, if you love that person and you actually cherish that person, no matter what you are doing, whether you are working in the middle of the fucking sea or working in space, if you have to find a fucking antenna up in there to connect back to earth just to talk to your lover, I feel like you would. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe it is.